So I knew this was the perfect time to record a video talking about the winter season because it's too late to do a first impressions video and the season isn't over yet, so I can't just talk about the whole thing with any sort of definitive statements. So that's how it's perfect for me. Also, because I'm probably not going to finish some of these shows that I'm going to talk about. So, whatever. I don't care. And I know you don't care. So, anyway, there's a lot of popular stuff that I'm not watching because it looked boring to me, like fucking Fuka and Seiren. I think that's popular. Fucking. It's like a sequel to Chaos Head, which I never watched, and like the second season of Blue Exorcist. But I didn't watch any of that shit, though, because it's all gay and bad. The only popular thing that I didn't like that I did watch was Masamune Kun's Revenge, which I watched the first episode of and dropped it. The only thing that made me want to watch it, as opposed to all the other ones, was because its plot beats, in terms of its setup at least, are near identical to the Ben Stiller classic Just Friends, where it's about this little fat boy who had a crush on this girl, and then she rejected him, and then years later he gets fit as fuck and comes back and tries to woo the girl. The circumstances between the two, like, as kids, is kind of different. But regardless, it was similar enough to make me watch the first episode, and then the first episode kind of bored me. It's a romantic comedy, obviously. More comedy than romantic, but neither elements really intrigued me that much. So I dropped it, because it seemed kind of shitty. But in terms of good comedy from this season, there was Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Dragon Maids. Which, if you follow any kind of anime thing anywhere, I'm sure you've seen art from it, you've heard people talking about it, all that good stuff. And I would say the hype is pretty deserved. The show is really, really funny. The art style is nice. The characters are cute. Really don't have any complaint. It's definitely one of the highlights of my week when the new episode comes out. I am a bit behind other people, though. I am watching the dub, which I would say is actually kind of surprisingly good, considering it's a moe kind of show, which don't usually have amazing dubs. But yeah, it's good. Check it out if you like cute girls doing funny things. It's also a bit racier than I expected, actually. Just looking at the character designs, I figured it was going to be a lot more tame in its comedy. A lot more of your, like, K-On! Type of just making puns and stuff. But, no, it's a lot more, like I said, a lot more racy than that, which was good. So, yeah, check that one out. Also, there's fucking Coma Suba Season 2. Fuck yeah. It's just as good as Season 1. I am caught up on that one as well. It's fucking funny, and it's great, and watch Konosuba. Fuck you. What else is there this season? There's Yojo Senki, I think is the name in Japanese. Or The Saga of Tanya the Evil, which I watched the first episode of. And basically it's about like this little girl who's a military commander in Valkyria Chronicles, basically. It's a ripoff of the setting of Valkyria Chronicles. It's fantasy World War II with magic stuff. And I watched it, it seemed kind of lame and edgy. Like, the little girl's like sadistic, and it's like, whoa, little girl being edgy, whoa. Plus, her character design is really gross. A lot of the girls in this show have weird character designs. The men look fine for whatever reason, but the girls are kind of off. But anyway, I watched the first episode, thought it was kind of shitty. and I was like, I probably will not watch this. And then I was browsing and I saw that it had a dub actually, that it got a broadcast dub, and and it was up to the second episode, and I'm like, fuck it, I'll probably turn this off. And the second episode actually reveals the setup of who Tanya is, which I won't go into. I won't really talk about because I think it's really intriguing, and you'll probably be surprised about what it is. So I would just say at least check out the first two episodes, and if the second episode doesn't really intrigue you into the setup, then I'd probably feel fine about dropping it. I haven't seen past the second episode, so I don't know if it gets better or if it goes down the shitter, which honestly I could see happening. But yeah, I'd say check out the first two episodes at least. Let's see. Also, fucking Akiba's Trip. That's probably one of the better video game adaptations I've seen in a while. Just a really fun, campy, funny, little action show. Not really too much to talk about. Yeah, it's good. And again, I haven't seen. I've only seen 3 episodes, so it might get better, it might get worse. So take that as you will. Also, Showagen Roku Rakugo Shinju Season 2, which I only watched the first episode of, but it seemed to be roughly equivalent in quality to the first season, so I'm sure it'll be good when I watch more of it. And I think that's about it for all the shows that I watched. So hopefully JoJo Part 5 anime fall season.